All right, we should be live. Hope you guys can hear me. Uh, this is October, Friday the 13th. A great time to be working on a 3D printer, right? So around the end of September, my Cetus kept reporting hot end errors. It was showing that it was heating up to 394 degrees centigrade. It can't go that hot. And it wasn't getting hot. Uh, so I sent a letter to Cetus, a little email, telling them what my problem was, and they said, we're very sorry to hear that, but they're shutting down for Chinese New Year. So I just got today this new hot end assembly complete with a nozzle, which I thought was pretty cool. So we're going to try and replace this. Um, and because the hot end wasn't getting hot, uh, I couldn't remove the filament from it. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to get that out quite yet. Maybe I'll just cut it off at the bottom of the extruder motor down in here. But first things first, I think we're going to take this cover off because the new one has this plug that plugs in. So around the back here, it's under this little hood where this plug-in is. So we want to get that off. So that's, I think, the first thing to take apart. And if you're wondering about what's going on with the build plate, because my Cetus doesn't look like yours, I kind of crashed the head of my Cetus into their custom build surface, and I have another aluminum plate with their stuff, but I just bought a sheet of build tack and stuck on here, and this has been working super awesome for me, and no more screw holes in the middle of the build area, which I really, really love. And then if you're wondering about this thing, the purple thing at the top, so originally the Cetus, they've made a fix for it now, but the Cetus, if you turn the head off, power off, the head would just drop to the table. Uh, so I used a couple of these little V-wheel bearings and added a weight with some spider wire fishing line and a little swivel. Well, it's actually not the swivel, but it's just the hook off of a swivel. And so now my head assembly, my whole Z assembly is counterweighted with that, what is that, a 24 ounce weight, I think. Yeah, 24 ounce, 24 or 28 ounce weight. Uh, so I don't have to worry about power dropouts, and if it does lose power or whatever, I can actually restart a print, because it does have the restart feature on it, and it doesn't look like these screws have any difference in length. Let's unplug that at the top there. Oh, you guys can't see very well. Let me move that down where you can see. So I just unplugged that. A PTFE tube. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull that out, but we can lift that up. Okie dokie. So there's that, and we can unplug. So the red goes towards the middle, the blue towards the outside. And we can unplug that. Let me pop over and make sure. YouTube's working. I don't see anything in the chat, but I will. I guess I should tweet this out. where is the address for the stream? Oh, right there. Copy that. Go here. Okay. Live. We'll tweet that out. Boink. Okay. So now, can I pop out the chat? Sure, I guess. Okay, live chat. There's the chat. I'm going to pop out the chat just so that I can have it up there. Now I can see the chat. And I can see OBS. All right. Howdy, if anybody's out there. Okay, so we got that loose. Let's get this out of the way just because it's, there we go. Don't forget to put that back on. All right, so then the fan part is in the back. Well, no, this might come loose just with these two little bolts. Let's move that so you can kind of see it. So there's two little bolts right here. One there, one there. That is the whole extruder and fan assembly that sits on top of the hot end. Okay. We may have to unscrew the nozzle. I don't know how it's going to take to having this done with the filament still stuck in it. But we'll find out. Yeah, it's coming. Okay. Oh, so that wouldn't be that bad. I can just pull that out of there. Maybe. Oh, there we go. All right. Came out pretty good. And the nozzle's okay, I'm sure. Let's see what this whole little assembly, whoops, oh, some goop in there. So, oh, there's a little bit of stuff. PLA or paper or something. Don't break the fan blades. It just looks like PLA or something that I was shaving or sanding. Maybe some styrofoam. Okay, so that part looks okay. All right. So we'll set that whole, the extruder motor and all that stuff off to the side. I'll set it over there. Now, I see 2 bolts. They're around on the inside here. And I would imagine we're going to have to reset the bed height with the new extruder. I really, really hope this solves our problem. Boy, that one's tight. There we go. Get that one loose. Come on. You guys have a better view of it than I do. What's going on with you? Maybe I haven't had enough rum. Oh boy. Whoops. Sorry. Caught on the camera cable. Okay. There we go. Uh-oh. Well, that's great. I heard it hit something and it dropped away. I didn't see where it went. Okay, there's that one. Oh, there it is. Underneath there. Cool. Okay, so there's the old hot end assembly. Let's look at them. So this is the old one with no nozzle in it. That's the new one. Can't say that I see any difference in it. Same 2 little screws, same little block, everything else. Okay, so let's put this guy back. Then we get to fire it up and see if it works. Ooh. Oh, this is tricky. How do you get the screw in there? I know I have a couple tricks to do it. All right, so let's put the screw in like that. Get you guys aimed back over that way. Get one screw kind of in there. Little tight. Okay. And second screw. I can't remember if I had to put these on when I first got the printer or not. I know I had to bolt a couple pieces on because you have to bolt like the upright, the Z, onto something, and you have to bolt the build plate to the table, to the slider, I mean. But I didn't have to put this whole hot end thing. But I do think you had to mount this hot end assembly with the fan, and the extruder motor was already attached. And you had to bolt that onto this in the first place. Oh, come on. Okay. Oh, there we go. All Be ready for this to go back on. And this, oh, so I do have to remove the nozzle, the new nozzle, because there's a hole in the bottom of there for the little duct. So that goes there, and then bolt that back on there. Set that down. Now you probably want to be over on this side to look. Well, this is pretty easy to work on. And the coolest thing is that they sent me this hot end, shipped it out DHL. Yes, I had to wait till the 9th when the country went back to work, but it didn't cost me anything. So, hurrah for Cetus customer support. That's awesome. How long have I had this printer? Man, I'm going to say maybe 6 months or so. Okay, we said yeah, it can only go one way. Red goes inside, blue goes outside. All right. Get you on there. Let's put the nozzle back in. Second, I'm adjusting my arm here so you guys can maybe see a little bit better. Maybe not. Well, we'll keep at it. Try and figure out a good spot for you. Okay, so the nozzle just screws up inside there. And because this is a one-piece nozzle, one thing I do really like about their design is you don't have to preheat the heater block to change the nozzle, because I can show you with the, well, I'll show you with the, so this is a PEEK plastic. Boy, come on, focus, you silly bugger. Will it focus here? No, too close. Logitech, you really got to get your autofocus fixed. Okay, well, there we go. So this is PEEK, this brownish part out here, which is a really super high temp plastic. Well, maybe not super high temp, but it's very high temp. But what it looks like underneath of that is this stainless steel heat break. There we go. Stainless steel heat break with a brass nozzle on the end of it. So this nozzle is clogged, and I've taken a torch to it and everything else and could not get it unplugged. So I ordered just a few replacement nozzles. Although when I first ordered the machine, I ordered this package, which has it came with a 0.4. This is a 0.6, a 0.2, and a spare 0.4. And I can't remember what this other one is. It says on it. It's got a little number stamped in it. And so I ordered a replacement set. And I think these are all, well, I got 2.2s, 2.4s, and 2 more 0.6s. Oh no, these are all 0.2 millimeter, because that's what this one that's clogged is a 0.2 millimeter nozzle. It's got a really tiny point, tiny hole in it. Come on. Well, I may not be able to get that to focus on it, but come on, you can do it. It's right there. Yeah. So that's the 0.2, and this is the one that I've been using. Which is the 0.4. Let's see if we can get both in the frame. Yeah, you can see a difference between the two. So that one's plugged. Well, one of those is plugged. Yeah, that one's plugged. This one's the 0.4. Yeah. Okay. So we got that and that. And we need to put this guy back on. So we need to put this little hood back on. It's kind of a hood slash filament guide. I hope I'm not bending it well. It's got to go in there. Maybe we'll bend. Oh, those don't want to bend down very good right there either, do they? Nope. Just stuff him in there. Okay. And then 2 more little screws. That. And that. Okay. So far so good. Oh, I forgot something. Yep, there's a ground wire I need to hook up. Let's plug that connector back in. Undo this guy. I want to put it there. Let's put it back behind there. Yeah, put it back on the back screw. It's a little bit out of the way. Okay, so we'll stick that down underneath there. Okay, there's that part. All right, and then get our little PTFE tube stuck in there. Kind of. All right. Okay. So now we should be ready to plug our power supply in. Plug the computer back in. And we'll fire up the software. And let's see what we can do here. So let's see if I get a screen capture. Oh yeah, that's going to be great. Well, let's fire this guy up. Fire up Cetus 3D. Doot. Oh, that's what. Let's turn the printer on, and then you hold this button down. We'll get a beep, beep, beep. Let's go back to OBS. Oh, there we are. Sorry. Well, you didn't get to see it do its thing, but that's okay. Now, so I won't share the screen with you. I'll just go ahead and do it. So what we want to do is go to print. I got to go to maintenance, and I want to go to extrude. So right now it's beeping. Oh, it's saying that it's not the right temperature. Oh boy. Well, that didn't solve anything. See if it's getting hot. Nope. Okay, so it's probably not the heater part that is the problem. It must be the main board. So I guess we'll send them a little note and say that's not the deal. Because it's still saying, let's see if you can see that. Uh, yeah, focus on it. Kinda. Yeah, right here, saying 398 degrees centigrade. So obviously that's not right. So we'll have to try something else. And we'll send them off another email and see what they say. Okay. Well, thanks for joining me, though any of you that decide to watch this later. Sorry, I was all excited I was going to be able to print something tonight, but oh well. All right. You guys have a good weekend. I'm going to, oh, I think I'll go build some more turnouts and enjoy some rum. You guys have a nice night.